All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. And our guest speaker are folks from Torchit. Now, this is a webinar by the Usher Syndrome Coalition, India chapter. Shortcut for Usher Syndrome Coalition is USC. And Usher Syndrome India is USH India. All right. Now, USC is an international organization devoted to Usher syndrome. Usher syndrome is a rare genetic disorder, which is the most common genetic cause of combined deafness and blindness. And it usually starts with hearing loss, and it progresses with vision loss. And that vision loss is due to a condition called retinitis pigmentosa, or RP. Over time, folks usually may need to use a cane or other assistive devices to be able to live more independently as well as safely. And this is the reason why I invited a speaker from Torchit. Torchit is an Indian company based in Gujarat. It is an Indian company based in Gujarat.
Can you spell that?
Yes, it's Gujarat. And they develop and manufacture products, assistive technology products for different disabilities. And they have a lot of products for the deafblind community, visually impaired community, as well as the deaf community. And this is the reason why I invited them. So to begin with, I would like to welcome Dinesh. Can you please say something about yourself and what is your role in Torchit? We cannot hear you. Can you please unmute yourself?
Yeah.
Thank you.
My name is Dinesh Bahal, and I'm taking care of partnership and CSR activities in Torchit, Ahmedabad and Gujarat office. So my role is to make partners all over the world and basically see corporates funding for the products which Torchit is developing all over India. So Torchit journey started in 2016 when Hani Bhagchandani, the founder, during his studies internship, he got a chance to visit an NGO where people with disabilities. There were all kinds of people with disabilities in that NGO, even deafblind. If someone has heard the name of Sense International, they work for deafblind people. And he saw people with disabilities, especially visually impaired people, struggling with the mobility and accessibility. And during his engineering studies, he decided to make a torch. That's why the company name is given Torchit. Torchit under Indian government, under Gujarat, social startup company. It's a social enterprise company, and we are happy to share that we have impacted more than 3 lakhs lives of people with disabilities in India and abroad in 40 different countries. So the first product, as you said, when a child with Usher, uh, slowly he loses his vision, needs a cane. Okay, so Honey, during an internship in an NGO, saw visually impaired people struggling with the accessibility and mobility, and he saw some incidents, some accidents where visually impaired people really needed some good device, some product which can help them in their mobility and accessibility. So he made this torch, which the name was the first product, the name was given Sarthi. Sarthi in India, it's called a support, a friend like. So it's a smart cane, electronic cane, which vibrates. It has an option that if somebody, some visually impaired people or deafblind people, is within the house, it has an option that it will vibrate till 2 feet. If somebody goes out, visually impaired person goes out of his house, it is an option of 6 to 8 feet, 4 feet, like that. It has a sonar based technology, and for developing in India and making it affordable, Honey got national award from President of India. So this was the beginning of Honey Bhagchandani, the founder of Torchit. From there he started, and now we have a manufacturing unit in Gujarat, Ahmedabad. Ahmedabad is the capital of Gujarat, and we have around 40 staff members, and mainly we have employed visually impaired people for the quality checking of these devices, for the marketing of these devices. Uh, I'm happy to say yes, if you have any question.
This is Jerry. So I am curious in terms of this Sarti or a smart cane. I read somewhere that this device can actually be attached to a different cane. So
Yeah.
if okay, so do you have a way for to demonstrate it to us, or at least show us how the product looks like?
Sorry, actually, I was not aware about this, and Honey is in hospital. That's why he told me to join this meeting. So Honey has the products, and he'll be showing you very soon as he joins.
All right. This is
Yeah,
Jerry. I hope he is okay when you say hospital. So I hope
yeah,
he's okay. But
yeah,
okay, we can have the demonstration later.
yeah. So this smart cane can be attached to any white cane in the world. Okay. Earlier, when he had developed the smart cane, it was only the smart cane. But when he saw that visually impaired people have the habit of using white cane, so he gave the option that any white cane of the world can be attached to this Sarthi device. Okay.
This is
So,
Jerry.
yeah.
I have another question. I read comments about other cane products, um, and they mentioned that people have to walk slow for the device to actually detect obstacles. So either it's obstacles below, like if there's a hole in the ground or a small bump on the ground, or obstacles above the head, for example. So is there, how fast can a person walk with this cane? That's one question. The other question is, you said that if somebody is outdoor, it can detect, say, 6 feet away. Is this 6 feet, does it also cover obstacles that are hanging close to the head?
Yeah, I'll tell you something. It happened during his internship that he saw a boy met with an accident, visually impaired person. He was walking, and a mini truck was standing. When a visually impaired walks with a white cane, and something is at the height, the white cane will go down. Okay, he will not come to know about the height. So this smart cane Sarthi, which has a sonar based technology, which sharks in the sea, that what it called technically.
I'm sorry, Dinesh. Just like going
Yeah,
back, Yash was just asking about this, like what you were talking about, obstacles upstairs and sonar. Can you explain that again?
yeah. So like if a truck is standing,
Yeah.
okay, and if a visually impaired person is using a white cane, the white cane will go down below the truck, but at the height he will not come to know what is standing. So Honey saw people struggling with the height. Okay, like if on the street a visually impaired person is walking, and the vendor has put something, a pot, a hoarding. So visually impaired people won't know with the white cane. But through this sonar-based technology, Sarthi device, it will immediately vibrate because it has all the options of 2 feet, 4 feet, 6 feet, until 8 feet. It's the world most accurate Sarthi smart cane, which even we have got the approval from Ministry of Science and Technology. We have
Just
all the
one, just
patents.
one moment. We're just switching interpreters. Just one moment.
Yeah,
Saurabh, Kelly, would you spotlight? Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You can probably go back one sentence. Sorry, I missed that.
yeah, sorry. So it has this sonar based technology, and we have got all the patents from government of India, and NGOs. Now government is happy to see this, using this visually impaired and mainly deafblind people using this sonar based technology.
This is Jerry. Another question is, uh, when uh, when Torchit sells the product, um, do you pair the person with a training institute that will teach them how to properly use a cane as well as the Sarthi device? Or does the buyer usually come from another organization that helps disabled people, and then they buy from you, and then that other organization will be the one training them?
We have trainers almost all over India, and you will be happy to know that we have employed visually impaired people only for this training of Sarthi Smart Cane and other products. Uh, like if we are selling it to some, if we are exporting, then we have online training sessions also. We don't live up to the uh, vendors. Okay, the training is provided by Torchit itself. Like if I'm approaching the corporate here in India, our heading is distribution and training of Sarthi Smart Cane. When we request funding from some corporates or say some funding agencies, our main area is distribution and training. So whenever we distribute, we do training of these products.
This is Jerry again. You mentioned that the training is handled by visually impaired people. Um, do you also have experience with deafblind people, such that you will have your own interpreters, or I guess you can always hire an interpreter. Um, anyway, I think I answered my own question.
That's great.
Right? uh, Now you mentioned that you also have customers from other countries. Um, are there specific countries that you have sold this product to?
Yes, we have Bangladesh, Nepal, US, Pakistan, Indonesia, South Africa, mainly we are covering. So all these countries we do have.
This is Jerry. How is the distribution there? How does it happen? So do you actually have agencies over there that sell on your behalf, or they contact you and you do online training for them, or how does it happen?
Yes, actually we sent a mail to them, or if somebody approaches, we make them vendors. We do partnership with them. We sign an MOU, and everything is mentioned in the MOU about the training and the cost of the product. Actually, the one smart cane which is made in US is costing $300-400. Okay, but our Sarthi smart cane we are just uh, giving under $100. So that's the big difference between the pricing. So we approach people, people approach us in the way, and then training is given online of the products. Recently, we were invited to South Africa to launch the product, but because of some reason, we couldn't go there. But definitely in future, we are going to launch on a big way.
This is Jerry again. The reason why I ask about other countries is that the Usher Syndrome Coalition has a lot of members in other countries, like in Africa, as well as other Asian countries. And they may be interested in products such as Sarti. I guess since you can create partnerships with vendors, local vendors over there, we can connect you with our local ambassadors in those countries if they are interested. You mentioning that the cost is low is very beneficial for a lot of other countries.
Definitely. I'll tell you, one or more two smart canes have been made in India, but here also in India they are selling at a very high cost. But as Honey feels, this is not only a profit-making company. Uh, our aim is to serve people with disabilities. Okay, so it's not the one product now Tortured is having. Uh, as you would have seen in the meeting ID and the details of other products also, the Jyoti AI glass, which recently, after 4 years of hard work, Honey has developed.
Excuse me, Dinesh, this is Jerry.
Yeah. Yes, Jerry.
Before we proceed to the next product, I want to ask the audience if they have any questions about the Sarthi Smart Cane.
Divya?
Hold on, I'll
This is Divya talking right now. And I just wanted to comment about the many different kinds of terrain that the cane and the smart cane need to connect with. So as we are using the cane out in the world, so in America we have, I'm sorry, Nancy, if you want to jump in at any point.
okay, hold on. Can you tell Divya to back up a little bit?
Okay, so actually I've got it. So this cane, there seems to be a speaking function with the cane, yes. But for me, I am deafblind, and I am not going to be able to receive any information through audio. Also, there's my concern is twofold with connectivity as well around the world. So really, I'm just wondering, in situations where I would need to connect via Bluetooth, and if there's something blocking my way, and it's trying to tell me something, I'm wondering how I would get that information if I am also deafblind.
Yes. See, this Sarthi Smart Cane, as I told you, it's an electronic device. It vibrates. Okay. It doesn't has any audio system, or it can be connected to Bluetooth or any other device.
Oh, okay. Good. That's good to know. Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And
So
sounds like we really need that. It sounds like the deafblind community is going to be really engaged with that as we continue developing access for ourselves.
Thank you.
This is Jerry. I am curious, if it vibrates, does it have certain kinds of variation in how it vibrates to indicate where the obstacle is? Is the obstacle to my left, to my right, around my head, or there's a hole in front of me?
See, as Gary, I told you, within house it's 2 feet. So whatever obstacle is there, or say in the office, okay, whichever is the side, because visually impaired people have the habit of using like this. The white cane also they use like this and this. Okay, I'm just showing my hand. They take on the left side, they take on the right side. Okay, but this device, even if you're keeping it straight, okay, if anything is there on the vertical side at the height, it will definitely vibrate.
This is Jerry. You can see from my question, I am not a cane user, but now I understand what you're saying. That if it vibrates, that is a signal to the person, like you have to sort of feel
Change your,
around you,
yeah,
And I believe part of the training, I read that there are many techniques for using the cane. And if the user is a first time cane user, they have to go through this training of the different ways of using the cane. Now I understand.
yeah.
All right. So, is there any one other thing I read about the Sarti is that it can be paired with a smartphone app, and there are certain things like additional features like live location tracking or detailed route planning. I wonder if these features that I've read are already available or still under development.
They are still under development.
All right, this is Jerry. That is good to know. And for our audience, if you have any questions about, or rather suggestions on how to add functionality, then you can say so. Oh, Divya has a question.
This is Divya speaking. And really, I'm just curious, I'm talking about the GLIDE, the Glide. There's a full name to that. And that is a leading device that a company makes. And it's a cane, and it's just recently developed. It's very new, but it's becoming very popular. And it includes some robotic elements as well. It's very cool, and it has a specific connectivity function with your phone where you can pair it, and then it will track your movement. And if I can find an example, so if I have like this pad in front of me, and the cane can detect the different textures, and then on the app, it will show the different, not only direction, but also the spatial tracking. So it will track the space that I'm going. And it will show kind of like a leading person. It will show if there were any blockages along the way, and it can make recommendations on my travel. And I think it's a very cool app. And I'm just wondering, I think the launch for that is next year for the Glide, and it will become very popular, I'm sure. But it's not yet international. But they're still in development with a couple of those smartphone connectivity technology things. So I know me and my community are in need of something like that, and I think it would help us a lot, especially in our fight to become more independent in a world that's constantly taking that away from us. Not just staying with the same cane over and over, but really advancing that technology to overcome new problems and new barriers that are coming up.
And one of the
and I'm
challenges with
wondering,
that, yeah, is that it only has a 6-hour lifespan for electricity, if you will, or battery storage. So just wondering about that as well. If you have anything.
so we're asking if your company is developing the same technology with the smartphone app, and if that's your plan to develop, and also battery life is a big concern for deafblind people.
Our smart cane, Sarthi smart cane, if you charge one time, one can use it for 100 hours. And it has a battery.
Wow, okay, that's impressive.
It has an BMS system, battery management system, where if the battery is going down, if like it is 40%, it will start sound bip, bip, bip like this. So 40%, 4 times, 20%, it will go 8 times. So visually people, impaired person comes to knows that battery is going down. So all the smart canes in the world don't has this battery mechanism system.
Hello, this is Jerry.
Yes, Jerry.
You mentioned that it beeps. So for a deaf person, is there any other way to know that the battery is going down?
Yes, again the vibrating system.
All right.
So that's why in India now is the most efficient, I can say, the smart cane. Okay, even government is using this and they are promoting, mainly the Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment.
This is Nancy. I think we're going to do an interpreter switch.
Hello, everyone.
Hold on.
Hi, Honey.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Honey, I have given a brief and detail about Torchit and mainly the Sarthi device, but now they want to see the product of Sarthi.
Oh, okay. They want to see the product of Sarthi.
Yeah,
Hello,
they want.
hello, honey. This is Jerry. I
Yeah,
hope
hi,
you're
Jerry.
okay. I hope you're okay.
Actually, running on medicines.
Running on medicines.
Yeah, medicines keeping me healthy now.
Take care of yourself, man. We need your expertise to produce products like these.
No. Like, yeah, actually, I was traveling a lot, and I was traveling. That's why some.
You don't need to give us details because this is recorded and posted on the internet. So we can
Okay.
push the demonstration till later.
Yeah. So yeah.
Go ahead, honey. Should I switch you as the speaker or you want to continue with Dinesh for a while? Let me know.
Anything is fine. Anything is fine with me.
No, Honey,
Or let's
you can switch
complete it.
on. You can switch Honey as a speaker now.
No, Dinesh sir, like you continue and let me join again because my internet is unstable here. Let me join again.
Okay.
All right, this is Jerry. So we still have Dinesh as the speaker spotlighted. When it's Honey's turn, I'm going to spotlight you, Honey. They have to see also how the founder looks like. So let's move on to the next product, unless there's any other questions about Sarthi. I'd like to move on to the next product called the Jyoti AI.
Gary, sorry,
Yes.
Prashant is raising hand.
Oh, sorry. Prashant.
Maybe you can spotlight him. And Yash also says that I have a question, but I think, yeah. My name is Prashant. I'm deafblind. My vision is going. So is my hearing. I have retinitis pigmentosa and I'm sorry, just go back a little bit. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So I am able to read and write. No, sorry, I'm not able to read and not able to write because I am unable to see. I can see pictures, the visuals. I'm able to see visuals, but my vision is losing. So I depend more on the tactile sense. I have retinitis pigmentosa, and yeah, RPV. Does that make sense? Sorry, it's RP only, right? Yeah. So retinitis pigmentosa, and yeah, that's why my vision is going, and it's progressive. My age is 29 right now. Yeah, 29. And so my question is if it's progressive. Yeah, I want to know with my growing age, with this RP, would this get worse? That's my question. Because I am unable to understand why my vision is getting worse with my age.
This is Jerry. As far as I know, in terms of RP, it is a progressive vision loss. So your peripheral vision is going to start reducing until perhaps it's like tunnel vision.
Till what age? Till what age? When would it stop? Was there an age range? Like, till what age would this remain progressive?
This is Jerry. There are many different kinds of RP, and the progression, the speed of progression, as well as until how small is the tunnel, it varies from one person to the next person. And from what I know, a lot of people, because see, in Usher syndrome, there is RP, that is the vision loss component of Usher syndrome. And a lot of the people with Usher.
So it's a genetic problem. It's so I'm just asking, is it a genetic problem? Or has it happened because of the environment?
This is Jerry. If it is Usher syndrome, if you have both deafness as well as RP, and if it is Usher syndrome, it is genetic. It is inherited. So that's why a lot of people, as they're with Usher, as their vision progressively reduces, they start to use the cane and other assistive devices.
Gary, just informing, Yash is also raising hand. Just informing. I think Prashant says thank you.
All right.
And Yash is, 1 second. Yash wants to be spotlighted. And Prashant says thank you.
I am spotlighting Yash.
Yes, thank you. The presentation and the in-depth information about the product was very good. My name is Yash. My sign is Y and this on the face. So related to So I'm sorry, interpreter is just asking her to. So with Usher syndrome, you mentioned that it's genetic, it is hereditary, so that is there. But in India, we have, something called Deaf Usher community, where we all are part of it. We've been member, we've been researching, discussing, and trying to understand from people for the last 2 years. What we have found is that, RP, I also have RP, and my parents did not have any RP, right? So it happened to me. And then how is it genetic then? And then I have also seen similar experiences in my community that people have it, but their parents don't. And it just happens. And we have also seen some young people who, who probably get vision loss after 50 or 60. And maybe, is it really Usher syndrome? So sometimes, the range of vision starts, like they probably have difficulty walking, difficulty seeing the signs on the periphery vision, and they keep on suffering for a long time. Sometimes they have color difficulty in identifying colors, and also related to light and darkness. So if something is too bright, or if there is darkness, they're unable to see. So there's some similar experiences that we have shared within our community related to vision loss and hearing loss. So, I mean, with the hearing loss, I think people are using hearing aid, but with the vision loss, which becomes progressive, I think, yeah, there's still a lot to be understood. Just 1 second. Saurabh, if you want to support, if I missed anything. Okay, I think we can carry on.
This is Jerry. I
So-
believe
Yash is saying, I also have a question. Yeah, so the same question, you mentioned that it's genetic, but what about the experiences when it's not in the parents? What about these experiences? Yeah.
this is Jerry. I would love to answer these questions. Can I offer that we have a session in January to talk specifically about Usher syndrome, the inheritance pattern of it, because we really have to talk about that. However, for this talk, since we have folks from Torch It, I would like to take this opportunity for them to tell us more about their products. So I'll get in touch with you, Yash. Let's set a date for January, and we'll make sure we have interpreters there. Is that acceptable? Because we really have to talk about, this inheritance pattern. See, I don't have Usher. My husband has no Usher, but my son has Usher. And it's genetic. All right. So with that,
Yash
go
said
ahead.
it's okay, it's clear, and he's okay with it.
Thank you so much. I would like to proceed with
Just
the next product.
one
Oh,
moment.
go ahead. Go ahead.
One small thing. The Tortured Company, related to that, I have a question in the deaf community, especially like with my RP and Usher community. Would it really also help in maybe with the, vision loss, I think we have products, but the hearing loss, progressive hearing loss, do we also have products for that? And if you're planning anything, something related to Indian Sign Language accessibility, can you probably also involve deaf people in the products that you're making so that we can also give you feedback? And what kind of technology and accessibility requirement the deafblind folks might need? Maybe we can give you, especially like when we go out in night, unable to see, like if could there be glasses or some products which can increase the brightness? Like we use the phone torch, but what other technology? Like you have classes, but that's what I'm thinking. What technology can really help deafblind people in India? And what all we can maybe brainstorm together.
Yeah. So should I start? Jerry?
Yes, I will spotlight you, honey.
Okay, lovely.
Okay, hang on.
Yeah. So
Where?
sorry guys again for the delay.
Okay, just a minute,
Uh,
honey. Let me spotlight you, and I am going to remove the spotlight from Dinesh, just so we have fewer people on screen. Just a minute, okay? I'm removing the spotlight from Yash. All right.
Okay, guys. Torchit is a social enterprise working towards empowerment and the inclusion for persons with disabilities. We innovate products for developing countries, so we are keeping in mind to the affordability or the readily available solutions, so we can reach out to the mass population. Because in India kind of countries, like developing countries, product are not aware, like people doesn't aware about the solutions which are available in the market, or if they are aware, the products are not available. If they are available and they aware, the products are not accessible, like the products are available in Delhi or Mumbai or Ahmedabad or Nairobi, like a big cities, tier 1 cities. So and if all three things are there, awareness, availability, accessibility, and the last part is affordability. So affordability, again, the products available from the West are not useful in the developing countries like India, Africa, like Southeast Asia, even in many other European countries. So this is what Torchit is solving. We started with this Sarthi product. My colleague Dinesh has talked about. So Sarthi is a small handheld device. I will give you a demo after 10-15 minutes. So Sarthi will help a VI person. 1 second. Sarthi will help a visually impaired person or even a deaf blind person to walk independently in any scenario because it is a tactile output. So it's a vibration output. If there is anything, it will give a vibration. So a visually impaired person and the deaf blind person can able to walk independently without bumping into the objects. So this can be attached to any white cane and a person can use with just 15 minutes of training. So currently more than 300,000 people are using this, and this is the world's most innovative and the affordable device. The price is just $35 to $40. If you consider in India, it is around 3,500 Indian rupees. Second product which we have designed for especially for visually impaired, which is Jyoti AI glass. This Jyoti AI, let me yeah. So this Jyoti AI help a visually impaired person to see through the sound. He can visualize through the sound what is happening in front of me, how many people are in front of me, what they are wearing. how they're looking, what is their expression. Everything I get to know in my ears. Let me come to you. This is also can be used for hearing impaired plus visual impaired together, deaf blind. How we can provide along with this a bone conduction headphone. So whatever output you're getting, you can hear from bone conduction. So you have to take a little training, and bone conduction is a different kind of device which is not mentioned in the agenda. Sorry, Jerry, but this is a very good device for hearing impaired person to listen the environment sound. Whatever I'm speaking, you can listen through your bones. A hearing impaired person listen through the bones, because Usher syndrome is like you were listening before, and slowly, gradually, you got hearing aid and then visual impaired, right? So this bone conduction will allows a Usher patient basically to able to hear the environment sound, and you can connect to your smartphone and you can able to listen your favorite music, calls, a lot of other things you can do. Second thing, this AI glass is connected with your smartphone, and the smartphone is connected with your bone conduction. So this is AI glass is not only for visual impaired. This can be also used by hearing and visual impaired person. If you know the Sense International, we are conducting a like a pilot with them, and we got a good results. So last month only we got the results, like around 15 patients we have tried. So this is, yeah.
This is Jerry. I'm curious, has any profoundly deaf person used this
Yeah.
one?
No, not
So
profound,
just so somebody who is hard of
moderate.
hearing has used
Yeah.
this one, but somebody who is profoundly deaf, who relies on what do you call it, I guess sound language, or somebody who is profoundly
Cochlear
deaf
implant.
blind will rely on braille. So I
I'm
read
coming to
some.
that. I'm coming to that.
Okay, all right, good, thank
Yeah.
you.
So if there's 100%
Oh,
HI and VI,
this is Saurabh.
yeah.
Yeah, Gary, it's time to switch the interpreters.
Okay, good,
Wait,
perfect.
Just wait, I think.
wait, hold on. Where did we go? Hold on. And honey. Looking for honey. There we go.
Found him.
Yep.
Great. Go ahead, honey.
Yeah. So basically, Tortured has started with visually impaired, but as we are growing and we are reaching out to the more organizations, more users, we are getting more and more requirement. And this is why we are making the solutions available, and we are getting into this. Again, we are very young organization. We are having a 7 years of experience, and in 7 years of experience, we have impacted more than 500,000 lives, almost 500,000. So coming to the point of HI and VI together, deaf blind. So Braille is the ultimate solution for them. Like many of our users are using this, and our you might know Braille Me. Braille Me is a RBD device, refresher Braille device, which we have acquired, and we are again launching that. The point is, why Torchid is acquired? Because there are fewer competitors, the price will increase. And we have seen the available company has increased the price by 40% in last 2 years for the RBD device, refresher Braille device. So Torchid has acquired the Braille Me last year, and we are again reviving and coming back with in 2025. So, okay. So this is what Torchid is doing for the affordability is kind of all the assistive device. We are just not making our device. As I told you, we have awareness, availability, affordability, and accessibility. So we are creating an experience centers in every cities. So right now we have around 15 experience centers, including from Ahmedabad to Mandi to Chennai to Delhi. We have many 15 experience centers, which is allows a persons with disability to go there and experience the product. Like if you want to buy a Nike shoe, right? Or if you want to buy any kind of thing, or if you want to buy any clothes, you go to shop, you experience, and then you buy, right? So these kind of devices are like, why not we consider them as a users? Like this is what Torchit is making them. So we consider persons with disability as our users, not as a beneficiary. When you say beneficiary, it is like you are giving them something. And when you say them a user, then they are giving you a money and you are providing the service. So they have the upper hand. So this is the basic difference which we have considered, and that's why we are more focused on the customer service. And if you are thinking about beneficiary, you're not providing a proper service, not proper training, not proper support. So this is what makes us apart, and this is what makes us unique. And by God grace, we will doing this for a long time. Okay, coming to the point of AI glass. This AI glass allows a user, let me tell you the two to three scenarios. This AI glass, you can attach to a AI reader. Okay, like let me show you. You will then understand better. So this is Jyoti AI Pro, and you can connect to glasses. This become your AI glass, and this AI glass can attach to a smartphone or the computer. And if a person is hearing impaired, a moderate hearing impaired, he can use regular hearing aids, Bluetooth connected to the smartphone, and they can able to hear this. If they are little severe, then they can connect to a bone conduction. If they are 100% hearing impaired with visually impaired, they can connect that smartphone with the braille. Whatever output the smartphone is giving, it will come to the braille, and a person can able to see what is happening in front of them through this AI glass. Okay, I gave you the four solution: a visually impaired, a little hard of hearing, a severe hard of hearing, and 100% hard of like hearing impaired. Fourth scenario. Second thing, if a person wants to read a book, they can wear the glass and they can adjust like here and here anything, but it will not give a proper solution. Why? Because a visually impaired person cannot able to see how to put a book so my camera capture properly.
I'm so sorry. Could you back up for the interpreter? The point that
Yeah.
you're making right now is is how to use the device, how to put it on.
No. I'm putting the another use case for reading the document. Reading the document, any printed document, any printed book.
Okay, continue.
Yeah. So a visually impaired person cannot able to identify how to put a book wearing the glasses. So what we have done, we have made a AI reader, this kind of stand.
We're freezing. I'm having some connectivity issues.
And you can
I can't see or hear anything.
Honey is freezing.
this and this
Hello,
become your
honey?
AI reader, and you can play.
Honey, you were
Yeah, guys.
freezing. So can you please repeat
Okay.
that one? When
Sure,
you were
sure.
showing the reader?
Yeah, definitely. So this is Jyoti AI reader, and if you put any documents underneath, and it will start reading. and the output can be converted into any language. And if you're getting the output of printed material, you can use again the hearing aid or the bone conduction device or the RBD device, refresh or braille device, and you can access that information. And the same way, if you want to identify the colors, you can wear as a ring. Yeah, bone conduction. So along with this, we are giving this ring. If person doesn't want to wear glasses, he can able to wear as a ring. So this become my AI ring. So if I want to see this, what is this color? What is color of this? I can just place my camera there, and it will give me a proper output. So the glasses, I cannot able to find what color is in front of me. I hope I'm getting understand.
So this is Jerry. So that
Yeah,
device, that small device that you had put on a ring, is the same device that can be attached to eyeglasses, and the same device that can be put on the reader. So it is very versatile, and the output
exactly.
can be audio, text, braille,
Video,
video.
exactly.
Okay.
And you can, yeah,
And
and any screen reader.
yeah, and there's also, it can also identify currencies, which is one of
Colors,
colors. And I
and
thought I read that it can identify people also if you train it. Is it something like that?
exactly. So it can also give you the expressions.
The expressions
Okay,
of people. Okay.
yeah, and what they're wearing, how they're looking, or something.
It can
So
identify more than 300 objects.
offline. So this is offline and online as well, both.
Hi,
So
Honey. This is Saurabh. Yeah, hi, Honey. This is Saurabh.
yes, sir.
So one question, what is the maximum distance it can, what is the limit of distance where till what it can identify the object in offline mode?
Okay, so this is a camera field of view. So if there is no wall, nothing, no obstacles, it can goes up to 100 meters, 50 meters. Like if there's a plain road and there is a vehicle after 50 meters, it can detect the vehicle which is far away, kind of thing. If there is a small road,
Yeah, Honey, I think you are freezing. Your voice is breaking. We can't hear Honey.
Honey, you are freezing again. Something with the connectivity. But my understanding is that this device can has a far distance that it can identify objects.
yes, guys.
All right. So, okay,
Yeah.
he's back.
Yeah, sort of. I think I gave you answer. Like if it's a camera only, AI camera, it has a their sense of field. So if there's no obstacle, it can goes up to 50, 100 meters. Like your smartphone camera, it's 8 megapixel AI camera.
Understood. Thank you.
And this is autofocus. So if you're using in outdoor and then you're on the next second you're using for the indoor, it will adjust this adjust the focus in microseconds or milliseconds, half a second.
Okay, let me take another use case. If a person is working in a kitchen, opening the fridge, can it identify all these food item within the fridge
Exactly.
and
Yeah,
during cooking also?
yeah. So I
I'm
don't
so
have
sorry. Could you back up and just repeat the example or the question and then go ahead and answer it?
Yeah, so my question was that I was asking about another use case, if it can identify food item within the fridge and all other cooking item while working in kitchen.
Yeah. So right now we are doing a video marketing video kind of thing. And this is the good example which we are focusing in our marketing video, that it can identify the whatever use cases, like whatever the items are available in fridge, and person is asking, with these items, what should I make? So it will give
Correct.
couple of list items, and then say example, with this you can make some like Indian item like paneer butter masala. Okay, so what is the recipe of paneer butter masala? You can also ask like this. So this is like your Chat GPT with Alexa.
Yeah, understood. Because I have heard of Chat GPT has some capability to take
Yeah,
the photo from fridge and then recognize the object.
same, same.
I have not, I have heard about this AI glasses, but I have not explored this so far. Do you have experience, John, in Bangalore? I stay in Bangalore.
Yeah, very soon, very soon. NAB Karnataka, last week only we have signed MOU with Shrikant sir, head of NAB Karnataka, General Secretary or Secretary.
Mhm.
And
So yeah,
I'm so sorry. Could you just back up 1 second and say that again? Can we, Honey, if you
yeah,
wouldn't mind to clarify the question and then just start your response after that?
yeah. So he asked like, do you have the experience center in Bangalore? Our experience center in Bangalore, where all the assistive devices are at one place. Yeah. So I said yes. Very soon, like it is not ready, but last week only we have got confirmation, like space and everything. We don't invest in space, like we invest in the devices what we are providing at the center, and we hire a persons with disability to run this setup, and that persons with disability become a micro entrepreneur. 3 to 4 months we will give a salary, and after 3 to 4 months he runs his shop by his own, like we hand over to them. And it's life, what do you say, like he can also earn as a entrepreneur and live a life with dignity. So this is our
Okay.
business model for Enable Mart Experience Center.
Yeah. Good, Honey. Great to know that, and we will look forward for that. If you have any plan to come to Bangalore in coming month, just let us know. Maybe we can
Yeah.
plan some meeting. Yeah.
Bangalore is very often for us. Like yesterday, only one of my team member was there.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Like I can explore the possibility if we can invite you to have a stall in our company, Goldman Sachs. I work in
Oh,
Goldman
okay.
Sachs, so
Yes.
maybe you can showcase some of your devices.
Probably on 4th or 5th of December, Deutsche Bank DB, German-based bank, is inviting. So one of my team member probably go there. I don't aware, but let me check tomorrow and let's connect. I will
Okay, cool.
take your number from JD.
Okay, now coming back to the discussion main point. One more question. So, are you the manufacturer of all these products, or just develop online platform to sell out these products?
Sure, sir. So actually, let me again explain everything in brief. So we have started with this product as an engineering project. When I was in third year of my engineering, I got selected into the MIT Media Lab in US, and where I have developed this product and prototype, I can say prototype. And then after 2 years of R&D and all this manufacturing and design and everything, we launched this product in 2018 January. After this, we got a very good user case studies, like they want many other things as well in education, in daily life and everything. we have developed the Jyoti AI glass, we have developed braille devices, we have developed audio devices, a lot of audio games we have developed, like 15, 12 items, 12 to 15 items we have developed so far in Torchit through our interns, through our something, and we also acquire a lot of products as well. So a lot of products so what is missing in this field of assistive technology, especially in developing countries, we are relying on more towards CSR, government, NGOs. We don't consider this as a business model. And when I say business model, which means the sustainability. I hope I'm making sense to everyone.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You can continue with demonstrating other product. I think that we can discuss about other thing in the future. Yeah.
Okay, sure. And this is part of Torchit only, like what makes us unique and what makes us different. Okay, so and the crux of the point is like we consider our customers as a users, not beneficiary. And so that's why we are providing full support, service, and everything to them. Okay, coming to the solution which is readily available in the smartphone. Smartphone is one of the best assisted device, which is currently being used by more than a million population who are visually impaired in India, more than a million. Like again, there are around 2 million population who are completely visually impaired, but more than a million visually impaired people are using smartphone and accessing the knowledge, accessing the information from across the world. Like the same smartphone with affordable RBD, refresh braille device. The RBD is available in the West is somewhere around $1,000 or $1,200, and available in India is around $700, $800. What we are trying to make is like we are again going to make this RBD at just $400 to $500, which is 1/3 or one half price of available products. So RBD with the help of smartphone and RBD voiceover, or the computer with RBD, a person with hearing and visually impaired can access to information like any other person and express uh, uh, their thoughts if they want to write. There are so many braille note takers which we have also developed, and they can write and yeah, they can write and they can explore the worlds. If they have their any idea thoughts, they can just able to write and it will store it.
Honey, this is Nancy speaking. We're going to switch interpreters.
Sure.
Okay.
Also, a note for Honey, it is almost we have about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
So I would also like to ask other people if they have other questions before the end of the talk.
Yeah.
Okay, is there, so we have 10 minutes left, everyone. Do you have questions for Honey?
Yash
There
has
is a
raised
question
hand.
from Yash.
Yeah,
I'm going to spotlight him.
it's okay. I've done that. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you for telling about Torchit company and all the products and how you're focusing on the deafblind community. Like the suggestion earlier that I had said, that involving more deafblind people in developing these. Do you agree? Is that possible?
Say it again, ma'am.
Yeah. So Yash is repeating. So I know that you are focusing on technology and different projects. For an example, people who are having hearing loss, you're having hearing aids. And for the vision loss, you have these AI glasses. But still, like for deaf blind with RP, what kind of technology would best suit us? Would it be possible for you to showcase that or involve us in developing that?
Definitely, sir. Actually, we are
Thank
doing
you.
conduct.
Uh, Sorry, I'm just informing that you were speaking. Yeah, continue.
uh, conduct.
Uh,
Okay,
Honey,
sorry.
you were freezing. Can you just go back one
Okay.
sentence?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So definitely we are conducting our trials of our new RBD, Braille Me. Of course, we will involve many deafblind and I'm giving an advice for all visually impaired and deafblind to the our secretary, Sir Rajesh Agrawal. So, of course, he only mentioned around 7 or 8 deafblind. He sent the profiles. You take their feedbacks before launching this product. So, of course, we are including deafblind before the launch of our RBD device. And plus, apart from RBD refresh of Braille device, if you have any idea, would definitely love to take this forward, and we can jointly develop, or someone has developed, we can help them to market, we can help them to make it available on the larger audience. So definitely, if there are any solutions available in the market, we would love to take this forward, and we would love to improve, we would love to expand, we would love to explore the possibilities.
Yeah, thank you so much, Yasha, for the deaf-blind community.
And Pradeep
Just
Sinha,
one second, honey, is still signing. What you mentioned about RBD and sorry, like for the deaf-blind community, and for the RP community that we were talking about earlier, we are facing very unique challenges, and we have a community in India that maybe as per the suggestion earlier, the kind of technology you create and the projects you create, maybe the feedback can come from them, and we can also discuss among us and share more ideas with you.
so great. I have two things. First thing is for deaf-blind, you might know Pradeep Sinha sir. Pradeep Sinha sir is our advisor kind of person, and he is also using a lot of our devices, including the Sarthi. Pradeep
This is
Sinha.
Jerry. I know Pradeep. He is in SEDB.
Yeah, ACDB, yeah. So Pradeep Sinha sir is our advisor, and of course, second thing, for RP and low vision kind of products, we have variety of products. For variety of products which like video magnifiers, zoom magnifiers, uh, like zoom glasses, or lazy glasses, we have different kind of magnifiers products available for low vision, which you can go and explore. And if you want any product which is available in the US or Australia or London, please let us know. If there is a huge demand, we would love to manufacture in India at affordable price, and we will serve out a larger community. So of course, we are open for all kind of collaboration, making new products available from West. We can import at a very low cost, or we can make it at low cost. Or third, what product which are making, we can definitely deaf blind to test and use. And fourth, if you have ideas, we can also make new products.
Thank you so much. I completely agree with that. Thank you. Yeah.
Yes.
This is Jerry. Anybody else has a question?
To all the participants from Torchit, I have a request. Suggestions and ideas are always welcome. We need your support to develop products. So if anybody from anywhere in the world have ideas and suggestions, please let us know. We are happy to adopt that. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I will definitely connect with you, Yash is saying. I'll definitely connect with you later.
This is Jerry. I would like to give Nancy O'Donnell, the Director of Outreach from the Usher Syndrome Coalition, a chance to say something on behalf of the international Usher community.
Okay, this is Nancy speaking. We're going to switch over to Caleb so that I can speak without signing. Hold on one second. Okay. And we need to highlight Caleb. All righty. This is Nancy O'Donnell speaking, sign name N over the left side of my chest. And I am so pleased to be a part of this meeting, not only as an interpreter, but as someone who works with the international Usher syndrome community. Honey and Dinesh, it's been very enlightening to learn about your products and your 3 priorities, because those are our priorities as well. We work exclusively with individuals with Usher syndrome around the world. And in expanding our reach, we have an ambassador who is basically our trained volunteer. We have one in Nepal. We will be working with individuals in Kuwait. We have a representative in Jordan. We have a group in Uganda. We have representatives basically sprouting from all over the world. And these devices are critical to individuals' sense of independence, self-determination, and we'd love to continue this chat. So Jerry, thank you for including us. And this will not be the last time that we have our discussion. And Divya is nodding her head. She's one of the ambassadors for the coalition, along with Saurabh Malav and Jerry. So the 3 representatives here, but Divya lives in Florida, here in the States. So she will bug me to make sure that we get this going in a kind and loving way. Thank you, Jerry.
Honey, any last words from you?
Again, I'm so sorry because of my health. I couldn't come on the time. But this I don't like and I'm so sorry again. This is uh, but I hope Dinesh has a very good experience, senior than me, and I hope he explained a lot about Torchlight. And if you guys again you have any ideas, suggestions, or any recommendations, we are open. We are open for collaboration. We are open for because it's not my job. It's not Torch's job. It's our job to make this world more inclusive. So if we collaborate, if we work together, definitely we will make this world more inclusive for everyone.
This is Jerry. Honey, is there a particular email that
Yash is giving you
people can-
waving hands. I'm sorry. Yeah, Yash was just waving hands. Yeah.
All right.
Yes, Jerry.
Honey, is there a particular email or a way for people to send suggestions instead of sending you direct WhatsApp messages? Because I don't think you would want that. I know that there's a contact us portion in the Torch It website. And is that a way to give suggestions?
No. You guys are most welcome to bug me, ping me anytime, anywhere. Because from last 1 week I was traveling a lot, so that's what my health was not. But I respond on the emails, on the WhatsApp, or even the LinkedIn or any social media. Even many times, if there's important contact us mail, I am also marked in loop from my team, and of course, we are open for all kind of collaboration, like the n number of way to contact Orchid. And I have shared my email ID in the chat box. I'm also repeating Hunny, HUNNY, @mytorchit.com. So, and Jerry, of course, will share to everyone on WhatsApp or email. So, you guys can contact me anytime, and I'm also open to give my phone number. It's not like you can you can ping me anytime. Like Jerry, whoever asks, please share my contact number. Yeah.
All right, this is Jerry. Thank you so much, everyone. It is 9 p.m. here in India. So it's time to call it a day. Thank you again so much, everybody,
much.
interpreters, speakers, and participants. Good night, good morning.
Thank
Have a
you,
good
Honey and Dinesh. Very, very, knowledgeable session.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. See you.
Right, I'm ending the meeting now.